Welcome, my friends, to the Yogi and Disneyland show with your host, Eben Sterling. We are going to do Cinderella Baba today. Very excited. Happy spring. Happy spring into Bhakti practice. This great romance, this love affair with the Lord. I'm actually pretty relaxed. It's funny, I'm always trying to express this sense of excitement when I get in front of the camera, but I'm really just quite relaxed today. I'm happy, joyful to be with you. I would love to just take you all aside for a moment and just kind of, isn't it great that we're here? Can you believe it? That we've made it to this place? We are awakened. Just by getting here, we have awakened. There's this funny truth about awakening and enlightenment that the self who we are, the self who I am, is not the one that will be awakened. That old self will be gone by the time the veils are lifted. And here we are. We're not the same person that we were when we first tasted the desire to awaken. But we made it right here, right now, in the presence of the divine, to which we shall make mad, passionate love today in the form of Cinderella, the true Bhakta, she who yearns to have this divine romance, she who gives up the self in selfless service, who burns away the dross, who burns away the identity through service, and this great desire, this willful desire to make love to the divine, this grand, grand desire and push to attend the royal ball, where I will dance with the prince and find true love, one with the divine. I kind of speed past it in the book, and I've come to realize over time that I really wish that I had given a little more recognition to another great saint, to which the castle really is named, which is Sleeping Beauty. And what better mythic tale and story is there of awakening than Sleeping Beauty? I mean, isn't that the truth for all of us? This living in this dream of incarnation, that there is this beautiful inner self that is inside of us that will be awakened. I mention in the book sitting on this bench underneath two stained glass windows. Well, that was a bit of poetic license. It turns out that they're not stained glass windows. As you enter from outside the castle and come in, if you turn around once you get inside the courtyard, you see that there are two benches. And on the left side is an image of from Sleeping Beauty, of the prince battling the dragon, the unconscious fear, the universal unconscious fear. And there's a mantra of sorts, a poem, a poetic verse about truth, the sword of truth, the Dharma sword that cuts through the delusion on the path, on the journey to awakening. And then on the other side, on the right side, is the image of Sleeping Beauty getting true love's kiss. So there's the idea of awakening through true love. In these mythic fairy tales, they're generally this idea of coming to the divine, of making love to the divine, of coming into union with the Lord, with God, is portrayed as a romance. But it's romantic love for the divine that truly awakens the Bhakti, the Bhakta, the practitioner of Bhakti. So here we are, Cinderella Bhava. Let's get down to it. One of the wonderful things about just setting down one's thoughts in a book, in a writing, is it just becomes a frame of reference. It's never truly over or done. I love to see the places that could change, that continue to develop in my experience of these stories, of this spiritual autobiography. I love the changes. And one of the other changes that I would love to make in a second edition is in the bhajan, is in the holy song for Cinderella. In the book, I say that the holy song is a dream is a wish that the heart makes, which is a wonderful song. And I think that in the realm of Shiva as the great dreamer, as the absolute consciousness, the idea of God and the Big Bang and the entirety of the universe just being this conscious dream that God is having, that this idea of this yearning of absolute unmanifested pure consciousness dreaming this world into being, because there was this desire for love, of connection, to go from nothingness to somethingness, to go from unmanifested to manifested. But I think there's a more beautiful song that I never really knew about, or I hadn't become conscious of until later, which is later in the story. And I think if I ever did another edition of the book, I would change the bhajan, the bhajan, to the song "This Is Love." And I love that it is, if you look at the soundtrack, it's actually combined with another song. It's at the tail end of this other song, so I think that's why I hadn't really heard it before, because I just heard the instrumental part. And it's called "Reception at the Palace," which is just so wonderful that here, the divine spirit, the as manifested, has entered the palace, and then she finds love. So this is love, true divinity. So I was hoping that I could read you those lyrics and sort of just let them live on their own, speak for themselves. And I seem to have lost them here. Hopefully it'll come right up.
This unforgettable vacation memory.
Sorry. So this is love. So this is love. So this is what makes life divine. I'm all aglow, and now I know the key to all heaven is mine. My heart has wings, and I can fly. I'll touch every star in the sky. So this is the miracle that I've been dreaming of. So this is love. I mean, if that's not the song of Bhakti, I don't know what is. It's just brilliant. So, off to Neverland. Sleeping Beauty's castle. The servant loses faith, finds mother, gains kingdom. Holy song. A dream is a wish your heart makes. And boy, oh boy, do we have an illustration from the master, Todd Bratchred. Look at this. It's just so phenomenal what he's done with our little Cinderella in her peasant garments, cleaning away in selfless service while the fires burn away all desire and ego, while she sits in the lotus heart. So busy, yet so still. Just wonderful. Of course, I'm wearing saffron yellow today. Take a look at Thrasher, Venture, The Journey, and we are awake. Just amazing how life falls into place. I am now steeped in truth. Having completed my purification, I am ready to open my heart fully to the divine. I have released my grip on earthly attachment and identity. The knowing of my boundless nature anchors me in the ultimate reality. I am the living manifestation of love's creation. Having embraced the nobility of my birth, I pass freely over the drawbridge, through the gate, and into the inner realm of the kingdom. The courtyard is lined with shrines to the godly leelas of incarnation. Each ride is like a puja table, decorated with symbols and statues of the guru within. These blessed altars create a sacred mood called bhava. Come and sit at the feet of these holy embodiments while they give the blessing of darshan. Just inside the courtyard is a pair of benches, each under a stained glass window. I sit in this joyous place. The castle, this holy edifice, was named for Sleeping Beauty. But the devotees speak in whispers of another queen, the castle's benefactor and true heiress to the throne is said to be the holy avatar, Cinderella, incarnation of the unified aspect of Shiva and Parvati, daughter of the sacred ashes of love's passionate fire. Like the soul taking birth on the physical plane, this holy avatar had karma to burn. She was stripped of her divine relationship to her mother and father and took form as a ragged servant. Her fall was precipitous. Oh, little scullery maid, covered in soot, lowest of the domestic servants. Are those not the untouchable ashes of the burning ghats of Varanasi, which sully your visage? Is it not your duty to ignite the oven's fire before the morning light? in the pre-dawn before the house awakens, the most sacred hour when yogis in firelight cover themselves in ashes to recite their mantras to the beloved mother and father of their true birth. You sing your songs of love's devotion to the lowly vermin, the dogs, and the barnyard animals who sit at your feet and receive your radiant blessing. And how they adore you, for you are an instrument of the Lord's grace and peace. Call upon your brother Ganesha to remove the obstacles in your path. He sits nearby, contented in the green foliage of the jungle cruise. Call out to Kali Ma, your fiery godmother, mistress of the sacred flame, to burn away this illusory world and chop off the heads of the cold-hearted who would abuse you. Make your endless toil holy works. The stepsisters' jealousy and avarice will mock and scold you. These false relations will tear the garments from your body, but I implore you to allow these robes of ragged deception to fall away. Seek shelter in the unsullied garden. Fall to your knees, dear one, and speak the most earnest of tear-filled prayers. Oh no, it isn't true. It's just no use. I can't believe, not anymore. There is nothing left to believe in. Nothing. Yes, nothing. There is nothing more to add to this world. In the scared emptiness of utter defeat, Cinderella, give up. Give up hope and surrender completely. Now at the bottom of the well of darkest despair, open your eyes and be awakened, ragged servant, to the sparkling glow of the Divine Mother. Your fairy godmother is here to turn pumpkins into coaches and rags into wedding gowns. Offer your affection completely to the Lord of love and inherit your royal birth. From the ashes rises the Raja Yogini. Bippity boppity boo. Sa. 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 In this life so busy, we sit and anchor with the breath. Ham, Sa. We connect on the breath to the heart. Why, Lord, have you made this world so hard? It is so difficult to be alone. Why, Lord, must I yearn for your love to fill me? Why have I been cast away into loneliness and darkness? This mind is no refuge. There is no peace within or without. There is no peace without you, Lord. I am the princess yearning for true love's kiss. I am the ragged peasant servant girl with nothing but devotion and a deep, deep yearning for your love, Lord. Please, I beg you, invite me into the dance, into the royal ball, where we can dance in true romance, in true love. All is burned away, and I am nothing. And from this place of nothingness, I am transformed into everything. Yes, Lord, I love you. I love you. I love you. How glorious to dance with the unmanifested and the manifested as one in this dance, in this divine romance, this love affair. I am awakened to the truth of being, to the one true love. Thank you, family, for sharing this time with me, for being in this present moment together, be it digitally, and yet we are so far away. But here we are together, awake in the glory and the grace of being. Please keep coming back. Keep smiling. Keep practicing. We shall be together in the Spirit. We are one.